The summer after my high school graduation was a golden moment, a fleeting season of freedom before the world of responsibilities took over. In Wyoming, there's a cherished tradition, at least among my friends, where new graduates venture into the wild plateaus for a rock climbing adventure. It's a rite of passage, a celebration of courage and camaraderie. My best friends, Alexandra, Nick, Jack, and I, had been buzzing with excitement for weeks, planning the perfect day to kick off what we hoped would be an epic summer. Alex, our fearless leader with her trusty Jeep, was the designated driver. Her love for off-roading matched only by her refusal to drink, which was perfect for us as we packed a few beers to toast at the summit. We set out for the Flaming Gorge Lookout, a breathtaking spot that reminded us why Wyoming's vast wilderness is a treasure. The view was like a painting, endless stretches of rugged beauty under a wide blue sky. After soaking it in, we cruised along Highway 141, scouting for the perfect climbing spot. We found it, a cluster of massive rock formations, challenging yet inviting. With our gear and drinks packed, we began our ascent, Alex leading with her climbing expertise, me following, then Nick and Jack at the rear. The 15-minute climb was exhilarating, each handhold and foothold a small victory. At the top, we cracked open our beers, laughing and reminiscing about school days, the world feeling limitless. Then, a red pickup truck caught my eye, speeding down the highway before screeching to a halt. It reversed abruptly and pulled into the gravel lot where Alex's Jeep was parked. A man stepped out, his movements suspicious as he circled the Jeep, peering into windows and tugging at the door handles. Our hearts sank, this wasn't a fellow adventurer. Nick shouted to alert him we were watching, and the man jumped, scanning the plateau until he spotted us. He waved, a gesture that briefly eased our tension, but he didn't stop. Jack, in a bold move, yelled that we were armed, a bluff I wasn't sure about. The man's chilling response, "Me, too, kiddo," and the sight of him waving what looked like a gun froze us. He began smashing the Jeep's window, the sound echoing like a warning bell. We scrambled down the plateau faster than I thought possible, adrenaline pumping. By the time we reached the ground, glass was shattering. The man saw us sprinting toward him and pointed a gun, definitely a gun, at us, ordering us to stop. We raised our hands, helpless, as he demanded our phones and wallets. We complied, watching as he slashed a tire and collected our belongings, his weathered face etched in my memory, though frustratingly generic. He drove off in his unmarked truck, leaving us stunned. Alex was furious, her beloved Jeep violated, but we rallied together. Jack and I changed the tire with a speed born of necessity, and though we tried to chase the truck, it was long gone. Back at Alex's house, we used her mom's phone to call the police, giving what details we could, but the lack of a license plate left little hope. What could have been a ruined summer became a blessing in disguise. That day taught us resilience, the power of friendship, and the importance of staying vigilant. We grew closer, our bond forged in the face of danger. The police couldn't catch the man, but we caught something greater, a deeper appreciation for each other and the strength we found together. That plateau, once a place of fear, became a symbol of our ability to overcome, making that summer unforgettable for all the right reasons. 3 summers ago, at 19, I embarked on a cross-country road trip with my brother Luke, fresh from his college graduation in California. We were hauling his life's belongings, furniture, books, electronics, in a U-Haul back to New Jersey. For me, it was more than a move, it was a summer adventure, a chance to see the country. Luke, ever the scholar, wanted to take the scenic southern route to visit Zion and the Grand Canyon, places I'd never seen. The U-Haul, a hulking beast, wasn't the most practical choice, but Luke's frugality won out over shipping costs. Our parents and online forums warned us about New Mexico, tales of scams and crime in remote areas. Don't stop unless you must, Dad said, and stick to major gas stations. We planned to zip through, fueling up in Arizona and not stopping until Texas. The trip started like a dream. Zion's cliffs and the Grand Canyon's vastness left us in awe, and Arizona's desert beauty surprised me. But in New Mexico, our plan unraveled. The U-Haul guzzled gas faster than expected, and with the needle dipping below a quarter tank, we couldn't reach the next major station 40 miles away. A tiny town, barely a speck on the GPS, had a gas station 10 miles ahead. We had no choice. The town was eerily quiet, a handful of rundown buildings under a still sky. At the gas station, local stares felt heavy, especially one man smoking outside the convenience store. I brushed it off as my imagination, but the unease lingered. After fueling up, we tried to navigate back to the highway, visible from some intersections, but every road twisted away, dead-ended, or looped back. Our GPS, hampered by a weak signal, was useless, routing us to non-existent roads. Frustration mounted as we circled the same blocks, the town feeling like a maze designed to trap us. I was anxious, Luke was tense, and the air felt thick with something unspoken. Desperate, Luke returned to the gas station to ask for directions. I pleaded against it, but he was adamant, feeling stuck in the one place we'd been warned to avoid. The clerk gave him a convoluted 17-mile route through desert backroads, asking too many questions about our plans. Luke's unease mirrored mine, something about the clerk's insistence felt wrong. Back in the U-Haul, we pulled over to regroup, my heart racing with dread. Then, a dusty pickup truck pulled up beside us. The driver, a stranger, asked if we were lost. Luke, cautious, mentioned the clerk's directions. The man's tone shifted to alarm, warning us that the route led to a dangerous, desolate area known for illegal activity. He offered simpler directions to a hidden gravel road that would take us to the highway. Skeptical but desperate, we followed his advice. Sure enough, a mile out, we found the road, unmarked and easy to miss, and it led us back to safety. That day, terrifying as it was, became a blessing. The stranger's kindness saved us from potential danger, teaching us to trust our instincts and accept help when it's offered. Luke and I grew closer, our shared fear turning into a story we now laugh about with family. That New Mexico town, with its strange, suffocating vibe, gave us a gift, gratitude for our safety and a lesson in resilience that we carry forward. 5 summers ago, I set off on a dream trip to Croatia with my girlfriend, P.S., who'd just graduated college. A vibrant mix of Croatian and Brazilian heritage, P.S. was unstoppable when she set her mind to something. We'd long fantasized about this European adventure, but as broke recent graduates, we planned a budget trip, ending with 2 nights in Rijeka, her grandparents' hometown. Staying in bare-bones Airbnbs with questionable reviews, we didn't care, we were thrilled to explore. Zagreb and Dubrovnik buzzed with tourists, making it easy to find cheap eats and free activities. Rijeka, a quiet port city, was different, less touristy, more authentic. As obvious foreigners, we stood out, but Pierce's decent Croatian and our outgoing natures made the first day a joy, chatting with locals and soaking in the culture. On our second day, we ventured 15 minutes from the city center to a local restaurant area recommended by our Airbnb host, seeking authentic seafood. The small, unassuming restaurant was a gem, its handwritten menu promising fresh, homemade dishes. We ordered a feast, grilled fish, seafood pasta, bread, and cheap local wine, savoring every bite. Halfway through, I noticed a group of 5 rough-looking men at a nearby table, their loud conversation mildly annoying but not alarming. Then Pierce's expression changed. She leaned in, whispering urgently that we needed to leave. Her voice, usually steady, trembled. Trusting her instincts, she spoke the language and knew the culture. I threw down more than enough kuna and followed her out, her hand pulling me along. Outside, Pierce revealed she'd overheard the men discussing a chilling plan to target us, specifically her, with a casualness that suggested routine intent. They mentioned separating us and someone named Luca handling things. My heart sank. I suggested they might be joking, but her certainty silenced me. Glancing back, I saw the men outside the restaurant, watching us. When they started walking toward us, we ran, full sprint through quiet residential streets, adrenaline fueling us. The chase felt endless, their footsteps echoing behind us. Finally, we reached the busy city center, where crowds and traffic stopped the men in their tracks. They stood 2 blocks away, watching but not advancing. Shaking and breathless, we collapsed at a cafe. An older Croatian man overheard our English and asked if we were okay. When we shared our story, he gently scolded our naivety, explaining that the restaurant was a known haunt for local criminals tied to organized crime. His concern was genuine, and his words hit hard. We'd narrowly escaped something terrible. We returned to our Airbnb, too shaken to explore further, spending our last day indoors, counting down to our flight. The incident changed us, but it was a blessing in disguise. Pierce's quick thinking saved us, deepening my respect for her. We learned to stay cautious in unfamiliar places, a lesson that made us wiser travelers. That terrifying day in Rijeka didn't break us. It strengthened our resilience and gratitude for each other, turning a scary moment into a story of survival and growth. These 3 summer vacations started as carefree adventures but turned into tests of courage, trust, and instinct. From a Wyoming plateau to a New Mexico desert to a Croatian port. Each experience taught us the power of quick thinking, the value of companionship, and the importance of staying aware. What could have been tragedies became blessings, moments that shaped us, strengthened our bonds, and left us with stories of triumph over fear. Here's to summer adventures that teach us to live more fully, love more deeply, and never take safety for granted.